Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning from Lahore, Pakistan. You people are well aware that I have my YouTube channel with the name of Khalid Imran, Health, Sports and Current Affairs. And you people are also well aware that the 3 days before the Russia has invaded on the Ukraine, and after the invasion on the Ukraine, the devastating consequences have started on daily basis in the Ukraine. The citizens and the armed forces are slain due to this war, and the bloodshed and the destruction has started. And the UN should play a role as a mediator to stop this war between Russia and Ukraine. And basically the world has now become the global village, and every country has the nexus with other country, and no country can report himself from each other. The devastating consequences have already started in the Ukraine. I already intimated you, and the crude oil prices have been increased in the world after this war, and the gold prices have also increased in the world, and the stock exchanges of the world, there is slump in the business after this war. The further repercussions will come in the future. The USA has imposed sanctions on the Russia, and the USA have basically freezed the account of the Russian banks, and further will impose the sanctions on the Russia. And basically the Belarus is basically the stickler of Russia. After that, USA has also imposed the sanctions on the Belarus, and more than 40 people of the Russia which are basically opponent and above, the USA has basically freezed the account of the Russian opponent and above people, and the further sanctions will be in the future. You are well aware that Russia is the #1 country in the world which basically exports the wheat in the whole world, and Ukraine is #4, which basically exports the wheat in the whole world. After this war, definitely the wheat prices will further increase. The further repercussions will come on the world of this war, and already you are well aware that there is inflation in the Pakistan, and nowadays people are very pensive and perplexity. The people are basically unemployed here, and they have very no source of income, or the less source of income, and the expenditures are more. When there will be no balance between the income and the expenditure, definitely the crime rate will increase. After the unemployment and inflation in Pakistan, the people are basically very pensive and in perplexity, and the heat cases are also increasing in Pakistan on daily basis. The heat crimes are increasing in Pakistan, and the people don't have any solution. So the whole world is thinking that what is the solution. I think the UN should play a role as a mediator between the Russia and Ukraine. This war should be stopped, and the refugees are basically migrating towards Poland after the war between Russia and Ukraine. After that, you know very well aware that the refugee life is the distressed life, and the people are nowadays very pensive and perplexity after the repercussions of this war in the form of the devastating consequences in the distress, and in the form of the inflation in the whole world.